Initiating podcast download. Prepare yourself. Put on your spandex. Lace up your boots. Wrap your wrists. Hide your razor blade. Head to gorilla position. Grease up your hair. Apply baby oil. Okay, apply more baby oil. Get into gimmick. Keep your ears open and your mouth shut. Have fun and be safe out there, brother. Welcome to Iron on Wrestling. Now your host, Gregory Iron.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Iron on Wrestling with Gregory Iron. I'm your host, Gregory Iron. This is episode 310. Here we go again on my own.
Party interruption.
Going down the only road.
Nope. You can't be on your own.
Like
you can't quit me.
I was born to walk alone.
I did like that song, though. You like that Tawny Katan on the car?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, she was married to a Cleveland Indians pitcher.
That's true. Didn't she beat him or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, a lot going on there.
Who was the pitcher?
Oh, man, I can't remember.
Wait, this was in the 90s, right?
Yeah,
Because
maybe Kevin Wickander, maybe Greg Swindell, maybe Rich Yett.
It might have
maybe
been Greg
Derek
Swindell.
Lilliquist.
All I remember, because this was in the 90s that was happening, right?
Yes.
Okay. I like how we're starting off on this note because I remember specifically my mom talking shit when the Indians games were on about how he was beat by his wife and like laughing at him.
Yeah.
Like, what a fucking pussy piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, are you just saying this because like you beat dad? Okay. Like, this is awkward. Awkward way to start the show, too. Good to see you.
Chuck
Finley, that's who it was. There you go. And that was the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He was like a blondish guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Boy.
Between 97 and 2002 is when that incident happened because those were the years that they were married.
Yep, that makes sense. You know who was my guy back then? We ever talk about this on the show? Jared.
Oh, snap. She's dead.
She's dead?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe she beat too many of her husbands.
Yeah. Well, 2021 she died.
Damn. Jared Wright was my guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Jared Blackford is my guy.
Okay, well, we don't want to put him over on the show. What's new? How was your week? Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. We ordered steaks per usual today.
Yeah.
Steaks were excellent. Very, very juicy. But also, like last week, I ordered a bowl, I guess you call it. I don't know what this container is. A giant container of wonton soup. Mm. And I always go to wonton soup when I'm feeling a little under the weather. Last week I felt a little under the weather during the recording of the podcast. It came crashing down. It hurt inside. Mm. And then
Did you try to take a stand?
I did, but it didn't help to hide.
Why were you hiding?
Oh, naked?
What? Anyways, continue.
Yeah. So last week, though, okay, and then you got sick over the week, too. We got to find out from Vince if he got sick. But the most important thing is, so this week, I'm at the tail end of whatever this was last week that I have, this kind of cold, maybe that other C word with a number after it. We don't know. But they gave me a fortune cookie with my wonton soup.
Okay. And
I haven't opened a fortune cookie. Well, I've opened a fortune cookie, but I haven't read the fortune in maybe 30 years.
Why?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, kind of dumb to me because a lot of times they just say stupid things like, well, let's see what this one says.
Okay. We're opening a fortune cookie live on air.
All right, this is shoot, brother.
Okay.
A night of creativity and innovation awaits you tonight.
Well, that's
how about that?
That's pretty accurate. We are getting pretty creative this week on the show. We're going to talk about the crazy announcement that WWE is going to be running WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. And we are fantasy booking our Saudi Arabia cards respectively. How absurd is it going to get? I don't know. We're also going to consult AI to see what kind of absurd card they give us as well. And, we might talk some other business, but just know that we're definitely going to talk a buttload of bonus stuff over on patreon.com/Iron Wrestling. We already have a free episode Q&A that we did, but we're also going to be doing a preview of WrestlePalooza, which is this Saturday. And I guess we should probably preview All Out as well. Big weekend of wrestling. And we're going to talk about a buttload of other wrestling news over in the bonus episode. Probably stuff that we would never talk about here. $3 gets you in the door with audio, $5 for video, $9 to pick a bonus podcast subject, which I believe will also be covering special request from Leo from Patreon. He actually wanted us to do a bonus podcast subject on one particular local referee by the name of Dave. Do you know a local referee named Dave at any point in your career?
Yeah.
Does he have like a food product that goes with his name? Dave the
steak?
Close.
Ribs. It'd have to be ribs if you're talking about a Dave.
We're going to be talking about him and other referees that we've worked with or any weird stories. So a referee bonus episode over on Patreon. And and also
that'll put asses in seats.
And before the month ends, hopefully I'll be getting out the Howard Animal Steel packages for you guys. There is a item that I acquired for you gentlemen and ladies and, whatever you choose to identify as. Don't want to single anybody out. I haven't received it yet. I bought it at the start of August. Some of the shit that I purchased is just a pain in the ass to get in the mail. But patreon.com/Iron Wrestling, best way to support the show. I'm going to start a little lighthearted with what I'm about to say. And then, we'll get a little serious before we go to commercials and then come back with, what we're going to talk about today. Last week, beginning of the week, I was walking up to people at my job because I'm back at work. Don't want to be back at work. And I would just walk up to nonchalantly and I would just kind of lean up against the wall and I would just say casually, "So, got any big plans for September 11th?" And then they would just awkwardly laugh and they would say, "Why are you asking me that like that?" And I was like, "Like what? It's Thursday, September 11th, that'll be the day. So I'm just asking, you got any plans?" And they're like, "You're purposely delivering it in such a way that I'm now uncomfortable." It's just a question. I don't understand. So that was my bit that I was doing all day Monday. And actually on September 11th, I got very sick. So maybe it was because I was making plans to get sick unintentionally by asking people what they were doing on their 9/11. And I've been sick for like 5 days now. I guess I have you to blame. I forgot that you were sick. I almost passed out in the barber chair at my barber, Chris.
Brutus?
No, Chris.
He put you in a sleeper.
No,
you passed out.
It's pretty embarrassing and scary. And I was like, good Lord. I literally had to be like, "Hey, I need a glass of water now." And he said after, I sent him a message like, "Hey, thanks for taking care of me." He's like, "Dude, I was really worried. You were pale and everything." And I was like, "Oh, fuck. Okay, well, I don't know how it got that bad." But regardless, it's been a wild week in the world. And obviously, we do shows like this to keep your mind off of the reality of what's happening in the world. But, you would have to be, completely out of touch with all forms of communications and social media to not know that last Wednesday, at one of his prove me wrong gimmicks that he does, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And very scary video. I do not believe with pretty much anything that Charlie Kirk ever said, but it's a sad and terrifying time when you just say your opinion, whether it's right or wrong or indifferent, and you could potentially get shot for it. And we don't even know if that's really the reason, right? Like the guy, correct me if I'm wrong, this Tyler Robinson guy, not to be confused with Tyler Robinson that you work with at your job.
Right. So, yeah, I had to make a phone call to him and say, dude, I feel really bad. You may want to change your Facebook page since it says Tyler Robinson, and it's going to be a lot of hate. People are going to. So maybe just add your middle name.
Yeah, what's his middle name?
James.
Okay, Tyler James Robinson.
The 20-something-year-old, and I'm like, oh, man.
Yep.
Same exact name, same age. Not the same dude, though.
Yeah.
At least I didn't see him at work
Maybe
today.
maybe you should change his name on there to TJ.
Yeah.
TJ. That would be
TJ.
good. But, we don't know why, unless you've heard something that I don't know, Aaron. We don't know why this kid did this. So, regardless, it sucks for the family and the people that cared about this guy. And it's an unfortunate situation. And it's sad, too, that, I saw a thing on social media where people are creating a database of information of people that might have said stuff going against Charlie Kirk, and they're getting them fired from their jobs. And it's like, we live in a country where we're supposed to have freedom of speech. And even if you don't fucking believe the same thing, as fucked up as it can be sometimes, you should be allowed to say whatever you want. I don't know. It's a scary time, right?
I'm not into anybody's death being celebrated.
Yeah, for sure.
So I didn't like it. I didn't like it when it happened a couple months earlier, too, with the people that were from Senate or whatever. It's so bad to me that there's a section of people that'll go, yeah, glad that person got murdered in front of their family.
Yeah.
And with their family. And that doesn't happen over on this side, and then it happens on the other side. Because everything that happens to one side happens to the other. Or when you say, well, gas is cheaper now. Yeah, but then tomorrow it'll be higher.
Sure.
Then the next day it might be lower. Everything's a work except for death. And so I'm tired of the death, and I think I've had about enough of it for a while.
Yeah, and I want you to think about this. Again, I did not agree with anything Charlie Kirk said. But also, there are people in our own lives that they say some pretty dumb stuff or things that we don't agree with that we also love and care about. And even if we, flat out disagreed and thought some of the stuff that they said was super fucked up, if they got shot and killed, you'd probably feel pretty bad because that's someone in your life that you cared about. And I'm sure there are people out there, again, everybody has a different opinion, that even if they weren't related to Charlie or friends with Charlie, they watched enough of his content to where he probably felt like a member of their family, right? And now you're losing that person. That person isn't creating content anymore. And it's kind of, there's a similar feeling to where, I felt kind of idiotic that I had to make a social media post about Hulk Hogan about a month and a half ago. But I had to sort of come to terms with how that made me feel and how my post was in no way a representation or honoring some of the things that I didn't agree with that he said as a person. That doesn't mean that I accept those things, but there was this element of that human being that created a character that really changed my life for the better and impacts me in ways that, to this day, when I think about those specific things that were positive in my life, I go back to that character and those feelings, and it makes me feel something that I don't want to lose. And it's just a scary time in the world, and my heart is with everybody out there suffering right now, and we got to find a way to get our shit together. And again, we're not going to make this a political show, but I'm not a gun person. I don't care about guns. I don't know the solution to gun violence. I wish guns didn't exist. Okay. I don't like them. And now someone's listening to that and they're going, well, if there wasn't guns, you'd find another way to kill someone. Or yeah, I get that. I understand that. But I don't like guns. They're not my thing. They'll never be a thing. I wish they were just a fantasy thing that were in video games and in movies, because I don't want to lose guns in my Arnold Schwarzenegger films or my Rambo movies. Okay. But that's fantasy.
Could you fire a gun?
I have.
Oh.
I did a couple times when I was 14 on that infamous trip that I've talked about where I went camping with my dad in West Virginia, where him and his friends made fun of me for wanting to become a wrestler. That was the one time in my life where I shot some guns, and I forget what kind of guns they were, but like, there wasn't a shotgun, but it definitely had like a backfire to where it like kind of, whoa, like it's there's a lot more power behind it than you would have thought. And I don't like them. I'm not a fan. My brother's a cop. He owns a lot of guns. I don't get the point of having several guns. I don't know.
What about a gun rack though?
I can appreciate a good gun rack to have, even if you didn't have a gun, let alone several, that would necessitate an entire rack. What am I going to do with a gun rack? I don't know. And, if you keep going, if you're not careful, you're going to lose me, Aaron. But, I don't know. That's all I got to say about that. Just like, try to look at things from another perspective. You're allowed to have your opinion, but also try to understand the way other people feel, even though, you might feel differently. And gun violence is never the answer to those problems. So, with that being said, pretty controversial announcement from WWE this past, what day was it? Today is Monday. Was this Saturday that they announced it? That it had leaked online a couple days earlier. But WWE in 2027, for like the 300th anniversary celebration of Saudi Arabia, they're going to be in Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania. And originally there was talks when this was rumored about a couple weeks prior that Saudi wanted a WrestleMania. Maybe they're going to do 2 WrestleManias. And I was like, God, that sounds really dumb. And that's going to throw off the whole number system. And then like, maybe they're going to give them a WrestleMania light, right? Like they're going to give them like something WrestleMania name, but not a WrestleMania. Because like no one counts the greatest Royal Rumble as something that goes with like the Royal Rumble mythology, right? It's not even called the Royal Rumble. It's called the greatest Royal Rumble. So maybe they would have got like the super coolest WrestleMania and it wouldn't officially count as one of the numbers, right?
Blood Money Mania.
Right.
Blood Money WrestleMania.
Yeah. And so, bottom line was with whatever money that Saudi was apparently trying to pony up for this, they wanted the actual WrestleMania. And so, they didn't have any actual press at this press conference. And it did. Maybe they just have to act a certain way in front of. What did they keep referring? Did you watch the press conference? Yeah. Like they kept referring to him as like his greatness or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Like maybe they just got to act a certain way in front of this guy. But like it all looked like they were all being held hostage. And they did not want to be there in the background for this announcement.
The picture of everyone together, like the press picture.
Yeah.
There was some like look at Stephanie in here. Look at Bianca. They look scared at this moment.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Stephanie back here always looks like that kind of in the face though. So I was like, well, you're just reaching at this point. But yeah, it was very interesting. And I think they knew what they were doing by not having real fans or press in the room for that. Because when Steph and Triple H got announced for that boxing show this weekend, there was a lot of boos and you sold out chants and comments on YouTube, and Americans, and I'm sure other countries that have wanted a WrestleMania, are not too pleased with this. So, after the announcement of WrestleMania 43 being overseas, and I guess that comes with, SmackDown and Raw over the weekend, and perhaps maybe, who knows, some NXT stuff. Like I don't even know what that's going to look like. To me, it would seem the Hall of Fame is going to be interesting if they do that over there, because I feel like maybe you need to be careful with the age demographic that you're flying to Saudi, right? Like you don't want to induct too old of guys. Cause it's like, we'd love to induct you in the Hall of Fame this year. And now you're going to be on a 20-hour flight to, I don't know how long it is. I think it's
my guess would be all that stuff gets done here.
I would think so.
Yeah. Just do it here.
Yeah.
And, unless the Saudis want to give up another $632 billion, and then you could get the Hall of Fame ceremony and stand and deliver.
Yippee. First thought, realistically, if you had to guess, how many American citizens are going to buy tickets to go to WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia? I can't imagine many.
No. Do you think they care? No, TKO and WWE and that, because
No.
the show is sold no matter what.
Right. And I'm gonna guess
You'd want it to look packed, but I think that's what they do there.
Yeah, and so like I wonder how that looks like. So the show is sold, so then obviously they're still going to sell tickets for WrestleMania. Would that money go to Saudi because they bought it, or are they also profiting off of ticket sales? That being WWE. You know what I mean? Like that's interesting to think about. But apparently, yeah, this deal is for way more than any WrestleMania ever. There's a lot of rumors that they definitely want The Rock involved. We're going to ponder predictions for this main event, but just a couple other things I wanted to talk about before we take a break and then come back and we book this fantasy card. You know, my first thought that crossed my mind is, with WWE out of the country, my first thought was, oh, well, all those indie shows can't book around WrestleMania, because I doubt Brett Lauderdale and GCW are going to fly to fucking Saudi Arabia to run shows. I mean, I honestly, actually, let me take that back. GCW might be the one promotion that actually does that, but no other realistic promotion, indie promotion, is going to fly over to Saudi to try to. Also, the government will probably do something crazy if you try to do that around WrestleMania anyway. So I don't fucking know what that looks like. But like, so once I started thinking about like, well, we don't have like the indie shows and the collective thing and all that, then I started thinking, well, what if AEW ran something not at the same time, but right around WrestleMania to kind of fill that void, maybe the week prior or something. You know what I mean? Because now there are fans that wait all year to travel to WrestleMania and spend all their money on wrestling. I don't know how they do it all the time, and take every single picture with every wrestler that costs like $60 to $300 a pop,
and a $660 replica belt, and you got to have 3 of them.
And their flight and their hotel.
If you ain't got 3 titles, you're a bitch.
And they buy their $50,000 WrestleMania ticket. So, you know, it gets pretty expensive. Do you think AEW runs some sort of big event somewhere around that time period to fill the void?
Yeah, I would.
I think Tony Khan is pretty dumb if he doesn't, right? I mean, he's got to.
Yeah, especially how bad the WWE's been beating up on him when they want to put on a show. And
so here's the next question.
Yeah.
When does Tony Khan announce this? And then how quickly does WWE then go, oh, by the way, the weekend before we got AAA happening coincidentally wherever Tony Khan is running.
The Hall of Fame show.
Yeah.
The NXT show the night before. SmackDown. Will those things be there?
Dude, what if they supply talent to TNA?
Yeah, TNA.
To run against
whoever's
AEW.
not going to Saudi Arabia, you're on the TNA card that we're going to produce.
They're unstoppable, right? Like, but I think the best thing AEW could do to try to garner their money, especially, again, think about, there's going to be these starved fans that are like, well, I had thousands of dollars prepared for WrestleMania. Now what am I going to do with my money? I guess I could invest in a house or a car. And then Tony Khan's like, no, wait, no, I'm going to put a overpriced show on as well, but it'll be cheaper than WrestleMania would have been. Like, oh, well, I guess I'm still going to live in my mother's basement. So, because I got to go to this AEW all out in show.
I never pictured you as one of those guys.
What's that?
The wrestling fan lives in his mother's basement.
That's not true, but
well, that's what you just said.
I'm not saying all wrestling fans. I'm making a joke here. It's a joke.
Never pictured you that way.
Anyways, well, what do you guys think happens without WrestleMania in the country? What kind of counter programming is going to happen when AEW inevitably announces their super show to combat no WrestleMania in the States? And
WWE goes, hold on a second. We're doing a joint co-promotional show where it's going to be AAA versus TNA versus NXT versus NXT UK.
Jesus Christ. They're going to finally open up their other NXT, like Japan or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all coming over. Oh, good Lord.
We wanted to announce that we also are going to be running Evolve that weekend.
Let us know in the comments below on YouTube or, social media at Iron on Wrestling. Let us know what you think about this whole situation. And, when is enough enough? Are you guys getting sick of WWE? Like, again, with all the "you sold out" chants from people and with the comments on YouTube, I wonder if those same people are going to then sell out and watch WrestleMania on ESPN Premium or whatever the fuck. Because it's like, it's one thing to say like, yeah, you sold out, but it's another to then still continue to support it. It's like, I'm not crazy about it, but I'm also not on social media like, what the fuck? So like,
I'm just hoping I figure a way out, I mean, I think my WWE network is still valid I have the WWE channel.
oh, yeah, I thought it was the WWF channel.
Yeah, I got the WWF channel. So hopefully I'll still be able to follow these pay-per-views on there. If not, you'll get a not so detailed review from my side.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we are going to run down our respective 2-night WrestleMania 43 Saudi Arabia card, and it's going to get stupid right here on Iron on Wrestling. All right, this week I'm going to be starting my new training program, and while it's going to be a little different, you guys are going to work with a training program from the same human that is going to change your life. See, I'm in a special situation. I don't know if you know this about me. I have cerebral palsy, and I'm recovering from a torn pec tendon. So my training program is going to need to be altered a little bit. But the training program that you're going to get from Vincent Nothing is going to be 4 months, 4-phase training that includes conditioning, core, mobility, nutrition, and supplement advice. It's super comprehensive. Vincent Nothing, who is a pro wrestler and a certified strength and conditioning coach, personal trainer, he's been at these things for 20 years. Have you ever seen Vincent Nothing? He's super jacked. He's in incredible shape. Somehow he's gotten in better shape as he's gotten older. And I'd like to think it's because of the way that he studies, the way the body needs to switch up workout regimens, nutrition, just in order to grow, right? Like we're always tearing our body apart with our lifting, and we got to do things to build it back up. And so Vince took hundreds of hours of his time to create a workout program that isn't just for the athlete out there. It's great for professional wrestlers, but it can also work for any average human, men or women, doesn't matter. Basically, what it comes down to is if you're a beginner, if you're an advanced athlete, anything on this program is expertly laid out. All you got to do is just follow along. It's not just a workout program. It's athletic and it's aesthetic. It's perfect for wrestlers, athletes, and anyone who just wants to look good, but also be able to perform as well. 4 months, as we said, all phased out workout plan, plus over 85 tutorial videos and extras, all for the low price of $75. That's right, $75. But wait, there's more. Over the next month, if you mention that you heard this advertisement on Iron on Wrestling and you reach out to Vincent Nothing, he's going to knock $10 off the plan. That's $65 for a 4-month plan with 85 comprehensive videos that are going to help you mold yourself into a new you that you're not going to recognize, but I think you're going to like what you see. All you got to do is contact Vincent Nothing. You can find him on social media at Vincent Nothing on Instagram, or you can email him, which is the best way to go about this here, vincentnothing13@gmail.com. That's vincentnothing13, the number 13, at gmail.com. Don't wait. Act today. Start changing your life. You can go from nothing to something. Well, I got all my protein in today, and the only way I was able to do that was...
Oh, I know what you do.
What were you going to say?
Huh?
What do you...
You had a big-ass steak earlier. Juicy.
Well, yeah, that helped, but I also topped off my evening with some delicious, organic, vanilla protein from TNT-health.com. And of course...
mouth-watering.
I would say so, and earlier in the day before my workout, I took some creatine, also from TNT-health.com. And after my workout, I took some glutamine, also from TNT-health.com. Mike and the good folks over there have been supping me up, okay? Supping me off.
Is that what the kids say?
Yeah, well, I just came up with that. It's like how Johnny Gargano was like, I'm going to drink an endo. Thought that was going to catch on. I'm getting supped up over here. Just supping it all up. And, Mike, he don't just give you any subs, all right? He wants you to give you results, okay? Talk to me about the things that Mike and TNT-health.com has done for you.
Well, first off, he gave me 4% off just because I mentioned the Iron on Wrestling show.
Does he hate you?
Well, I don't know why.
Well, he gives our listeners 10% off.
Oh!
With promo code IRONON, IRONON.
Well, that was the problem. I misspelled it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I did just an IRON. So make sure you get that other ON in there.
Why does a shorter, incorrect code work? Why did he program it that way?
Hey, all I know is the programs he's given me, I've really respected and enjoyed, and I think you should do the same.
All right. Well, yeah, it's free to look at TNT-health.com, but anything you buy for pre-workout, post-workout, anything in between, you'll save 10%. Make sure you spell it right. IRONON. You save 10% on anything you buy. And, of course, Mike's also going to help you track your macros, your nutrition, all that stuff. So you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't buy from TNT-health.com, because at TNT Health, it's about your health today, not tomorrow.
Oh, I can't believe you just said that. Tomorrow.
Yeah, what about tomorrow?
I was just thinking how tomorrow's a deadline where I need to come up with a new logo and put it on my bumper stickers.
Why? Is your boyfriend coming over?
Maybe.
What?
There's going to be a lot of butt punching going on.
Oh, my God. What is wrong with you?
Aaron Bauer's butt punching service. So it's this new thing. I mean, there's guys out there with kinks, right?
Sure.
So I've developed a business where I come to their house and punch them in the butt. So I was thinking for a logo, all right? There's 2 clouds.
Yeah.
And one cloud has me with my fist out. And the other cloud has you with your ass out.
Me?
I'm going to
Why?
punch you in it.
Why is my ass out?
Well, you're my co-host here.
I don't feel like we're on that level to where I'm like, hey, check this out. And I got like a ball gag in my mouth or
You
whatever.
don't think that would sell 152 shirts?
I don't, honestly. We could take a poll. I mean, I guess
you with a dog collar on, one of them ball things in your mouth,
if someone,
laying on the bed,
if
all fours.
If 152 people, if even half that amount, reach out after this ad for Juan Ortiz and Of the Dead Designs and say, God damn, I didn't know I needed a shirt of Aaron punching Greg Iron in his bare ass cheeks while on all fours with a ball gag in his mouth. I didn't know I needed that on a t-shirt to wear in front of my friends and family. Then I guess we'll make that shirt because I'm not going to turn money down, but it just seems awkward. But what's not awkward is getting a design of any kind, even if it's something like that from Juan Ortiz and Of the Dead Designs, because Juan has done artwork for many important people within the professional wrestling industry, us included, but also good folks in WWE, TNA, AEW, New Japan, and all points in between. So check them out. If you need something done for yourself, a friend, family member, something for a nice gift, perhaps a logo, reach out to them. You can find them on Instagram at Of the Dead Designs, Facebook.com/Of the Dead Designs, or go to his website, ofthedead.weebly.com, because Of the Dead Designs is bringing artwork to life.
He gave me 1% off.
That's pretty pathetic. What the 10% that TNT Health offers you, and then of course you can get $20 off if you mention Iron Wrestling for Juan Ortiz.
Well, that's what it was. It was $1. He gave me $1 off.
Okay, well, anyways, an event that we're about to put on is going to cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay,
I think we're going billion.
Who knows how absurd it's going to get here? So I don't even know how we're supposed to begin this. I don't think we should. Would it make more sense to start with our main events and work down, or you want to build up to our main events? How do you want to do this for our WrestleMania 43 Saudi Arabia card?
I don't have a particular order. Let's just go and name things.
Okay.
I'm so frustrated right now.
Why are you frustrated?
All this money, and I couldn't come to terms with Kid Rock on a contract. I wanted him to come in and play Undertaker to the ring, which is surprised because Undertaker's going to be on my card.
Okay, well.
You know how well he does at these Saudi shows.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so you want to go first?
Sure.
All right. You
know what's difficult about this? Is I started booking a whole thing, and I'm like, this isn't even for this Mania. It's for another Mania away. Yeah, so essentially, like
A lot could change.
Yeah, and I don't know. So, okay, I have Adam Pearce versus Nick Aldis.
You're doing GM. So Saudi paid fucking $250 billion.
Yes, and I want to give him that.
Okay.
We've needed that match for a long time. We're going to get it in Saudi Mania.
Okay.
Did you have anything like that on your card? Or
Okay, so like,
you want me to go through?
what's the story?
I don't know anything. I mean, they're feuding GMs. They got to wrestle at some point. I didn't have a lot of time to do this, but I also got Obafemi versus Omos. You got to get this giant Omos there. I think they love him, right?
Sure. Yeah.
He's a sideshow or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, you're naming your whole card?
Oh, I don't know.
The fuck?
Go ahead. I figured you didn't do yours.
Wait a minute. So are you just telling, these are...
I'm just telling you a couple matches and you figure
Okay,
it
but
out.
this is night one or like...
Sure. I didn't have a time to...
Okay, so I didn't make nights or anything.
Right, okay.
All right? I kind of have an idea of how I want to close the shows, but I don't have like we're not building this. Here's what I got. Since you named two matches.
Yeah.
I'll give you two sort of realistic matches that might be able to kind of kick off this show. All right? Nothing too crazy. I'm going to open the show with a passing of the torch match. It's called passing of the torch, okay? Because, with all this money being tossed out there, you want to pay respect to the legends of the past, right?
Right.
And like who could christen the new generation of performers. And I've been thinking like, what's going to get this girl over, right? So, passing of the torch. Kick off the show in Saudi Arabia for Riyadh season.
Uh-huh.
We're going to be doing Lyra Valkyria versus a pioneer of the industry, Wendy Richter. It's coming out of retirement. Yeah. Because, we can't get Toni Storm.
Right.
All right. And Toni Storm's been calling her out. So Toni Storm should probably make her way back to WWE if she wants to get this match. But I said, how is Lyra Valkyria going to get over if she doesn't beat the woman who brought in the Rock and Wrestling connection? Okay. And of course, unlike you who could afford Kid Rock, we brought in Cyndi Lauper to sing Wendy Richter to the ring. Okay. So that's what's going to happen. And I have Lyra somehow pulling out a victory over Wendy Richter.
You booked finishes and stuff too.
Well, yeah. She's going to get the victory over Wendy, and they're going to shake hands afterwards, and they're going to have like a literal torch that she then passes to Lyra that she also comes to the ring with, along with her angel wings and everything. So it's passing of the torch, and now
with angel wings. Okay.
yeah. So that's the way I start my WrestleMania 43. I guess since you said
shut mine down now, that's already the best.
So, and I'll give you a second match too. Now, I want to say that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I got a 20 match card. Okay. I went a little heavier than I wanted to, but these guys are paying a lot of money. And I want to satisfy my sponsor here, I guess.
Okay.
So something a little more serious that I think I said, listen, I need LA Knight on this show. Okay. What am I going to do with him? Well, I'm going to call someone up before WrestleMania. He's probably going to be called up for a while, but I feel what's a cool little match with two similar characters. We're going to do LA Knight versus All Ego Ethan Page.
Ooh.
Quite the matchup.
Yeah.
And in fact, at this point, even though he's been called up, he has still not lost the North American Championship. North American Championship's on the line. Ethan Page versus LA Knight.
In 2 years?
2 years. It's a long fucking reign. He's the Roman Reigns of the North American Championship, okay? And for whatever reason, LA Knight still hasn't won the big one, but he's going to defeat Ethan Page for the North American Championship, okay?
Long-term storytelling. I like it.
Saudi Arabia. So that's what's going to happen. So those are two of my first matches on WrestleMania, but I'm pretty sold on kicking off the show with Lyra Valkyria versus Wendy Richter. That couldn't possibly go wrong. So
I can't even imagine the pop for that.
there would be no pop for Wendy Richter. I think
Right.
they'd be really confused by like what, like when she was inducted in the Hall of Fame. Like, remember she was like awkwardly being like, she's like, "What did I get over? What was the like? What can I say to really get this crowd to pop?" And remember, girls just want to have fun. Like, and we're like, "What the fuck? All right, yeah." I guess that was your thing in 1985. I think we're well beyond that at this point, but okay.
That was the most popular song, though.
It was, yeah.
And Captain Lou, he was in the video.
What I like about Captain Lou is he really cares about the kids, and he's all about fighting against drugs
Yeah.
and multiple sclerosis, okay? And if you don't know that, go to our YouTube channel because he's a big supporter of MS. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. What's your next match on your WrestleMania card, Aaron?
Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins against Charlotte Flair and Ric Flair. He's going to get that last match. He's going to make $1 trillion.
Okay.
He'll be bankrupted within a week, but still.
Oh, the week. Wow, you think he's going to last it that long, huh? I don't know, man. It's rad season, so he's going to be really partying for at least a couple days there. So let me counter that with a match that I booked. I also booked Ric Flair's last match. But I'm going with storytelling here, brother, okay? I think they needed to bring out the big guns, okay, for a match to get Ric Flair out of retirement. We're doing an Evolution triple threat, baby. All right?
Yeah.
We're doing Ric Flair versus Randy Orton versus Batista, who's been talked into doing another match as well. And the guest ref is, of course, Triple H. And I think the match ends when tragically Ric Flair passes away during the match, and they bring it to a stop. Or, you know what?
Hold on. This is the finish right here.
What's that?
Batista's fucking off on the outside, right? So it's just Randy Orton in there with Ric Flair.
Okay.
All right. So Flair's into his strut, and fucking Orton jumps up for the RKO.
Yeah.
But Flair starts to have a heart attack.
Sure.
And he collapses. Mm-hmm. And Randy Orton gets down and starts yelling at him how stupid he is. Stupid.
Yeah, very upset.
Yeah.
Or what do you think of this finish? Ric Flair, he dies, right?
None of this is okay.
So he has a heart attack. He passes away tragically in the ring. But we know in this business that there is a time-honored tradition, okay? You finish the match, okay? No matter what happens. I don't care if you die. I don't care if someone's just punched you in the face, 20, 23 times, and you're choking on your own blood and teeth. Either Randy Orton or Batista, my God, is going to lay down on top of Ric Flair, and Triple H is going to count the 3. That's going to be how we end this match. Okay?
I'm in.
All right. Just so you know. So, what do you got next on your card?
I'm going to go Logan Paul versus Brock Lesnar.
Okay. That's kind of insane.
Right? Could you imagine the height and, that Logan Paul's going to get? And he may end up doing 2 rotations in the air on the F5.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. Because
I said we're probably going to have to bring back Brock.
Yeah.
And it's $1 gazillion. So, and then with Logan Paul, I just think that he would bump well for Logan. I would love to see Logan and Brock Lesnar.
So I booked Logan Paul as well, but I thought this is my big celebrity match, right?
Yeah.
So what I booked was Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul versus, again, please keep in mind the amount of money that they're being paid for this show, versus Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, man.
Okay, so this is a real match that we're going to do, but also involved in some sort of capacity is some local Saudi Arabia celebrity. He's doing something in the match that makes no sense and is not the American. None of the world knows who this guy is otherwise, but he's for some reason involved in the match as well. And I think I'm putting over Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, Oh, yeah, I co-sign
Not
that.
because WWE booked that decision, because I think if WWE was booking, Logan Paul would get the win because it would benefit him long term because he's still going to be there. Jake Paul's not coming back. But I think Saudi wants, for some reason, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather to win with this local Saudi celebrity helping because they would need, like, didn't they have like a Saudi comedian?
Yeah.
They bring that guy back to help
Yeah.
Mike Tyson get the victory, okay?
What's he doing out there? Yeah, he's telling a joke. God damn it, he's telling a joke. Not this way, not this way.
So that's what I'm doing. All right, what else you got?
Ooh, okay. Brian Pillman Jr., I forget his name now.
Lexus King.
Yeah, versus Chris Benoit's son.
What?
If it's going to happen somewhere, because that dude wrestles, right?
No.
No?
He kind of trained, but he's not a wrestler.
Yeah, he trained.
So this is going to be his first match. What? Now, is he going to be billed like you wanted to, like he said on Chris Van Vliet's podcast, and is he going to be billed as Chris Benoit Jr.?
Yeah, that's why the other one will be Brian Pillman Jr.
Do you ever
No, Saudi.
like do you
Blood money, baby, blood money.
Do you remember that podcast that he did with Van Vliet where, like, I wanted to talk to Chris about it because I'm like, he's not a dumb guy, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Chris, because I mean, on the podcast, David Benoit's being like, yeah, I think my dad's going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'm going to be Chris Benoit Jr. when I wrestle, and I'm going to wear my dad's gear. And I'm like, who's talking to this guy? Is anybody telling him, like, this is all really, really bad ideas?
Yeah, you're allowed to change your name, but for the better. Like,
Yeah. Like, you know, like, gosh, man, I'm going to change my name. Like, I want something like just a little bit more, I don't know, like something with like a bad guy vibe. Like, I'm thinking about like, well, my dad's name was Jeff. So I don't know, like, and I don't know, like Dahmer was from Ohio. So maybe Jeff Dahmer? Is that a good idea? I want to be Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeff Dahmer Jr.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to be Jeff Dahmer Jr. All right. So,
What do you got?
So since you booked something absurd there, I'm going to book this. John Cena is coming out of retirement. He's returning in Saudi Arabia. And listen, what Saudi wanted was John Cena versus, because they wanted to do something they didn't get to do on his retirement tour. They requested John Cena versus Umaga.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So then Hunter was like, he went back to management. He's like, hey guys, remember when they wanted fucking Yokozuna a few years ago? And we had to book just like a fat sumo guy? And then no one said anything. We were fine. And then like, we probably should have did something when they requested Ultimate Warrior, but we just kind of ignored that one because we didn't have the heart to tell them. Well, we got to do something to fill the void here now because they want Umaga. So what do we do? So it's going to be John Cena versus Rikishi, but he painted his face like Umaga.
Okay.
So that's going to be the match in Saudi for John Cena's actual retirement match.
So much better than what I came up with.
What did you come up with?
Oh, I had John Cena versus Jon Stewart to just kind of put
Oh, fuck. The SummerSlam?
Yeah,
feud?
Let's just kind of tie that up
Jesus
for once and for all.
You think Jon Stewart will want to participate in the match at Saudi, though?
That's what I felt was so interesting.
Okay. It's like they offered him just enough money to where, like, he's like, yeah, I guess I'll sell out too.
Yeah,
That's-
he's like, I'm not selling out. I'm going over there and I'm going to tell them how to be more like Americans.
Okay. Let's see. All right.
You have to have a battle royal, don't you?
I don't, because I did. Then I had to like list the battle royal people, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking doing that. I don't feel like it.
See, I'd put like somebody like Mick Foley in the battle royal.
Yeah.
But also, I'd have the battle royal and I'd have it called the Titus O'Neil battle royal.
Okay. I
But
mean, that's
it
good.
didn't have to be 50 or 60 guys. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like 10.
So, some matches that I booked just because I was like, oh, I didn't have this guy in this card. Because, like, I feel like they're just going to want the most absurd things possible. But then I was like, well, God, I need some of my guys from the roster on here. Assuming that their partnership lasts a long time, I'm doing Braun Breaker versus Bronson Reed. Okay, big fucking grudge blow off. And then I didn't know where else to put them.
Yeah.
So I booked this match. Triple threat.
Uh-huh.
So I'll try to separate this and this had be on a different night, so it's not the same night as the Evolution Triple Threat where Ric Flair
Yeah.
tragically passes away. I'm doing Dominic Mysterio
Yeah.
versus Drew McIntyre versus, now He's going to get there, but then he's going to get hurt midway through. It's going to be Finn Balor to start.
Yeah.
But then he gets injured.
Uh-huh.
And they're thinking about stopping the match.
Oh.
But then they replace Finn Balor with his arch nemesis, Mr. Iguana.
Oh.
And then Mr. Iguana somehow scores a pinfall over Drew McIntyre because the people of Saudi apparently love Mr. Iguana. So we find out. You don't like that at all.
Yeah,
you don't like this.
No. I love it. I was thinking Finn Balor would be hurt, and he goes to the back, and then that fucking music comes on. And
no, that would be a great idea. Yeah,
but they can't paint him fast enough.
they cannot paint him fast enough. No, it's very different than like when we did the match where me and RJ had mystery partners, and he had Gangrel and I had Puff, and then Puff got bit by Gangrel by accident because I dropped down and tripped Gangrel into Puff to bite his neck, and then Puff went to the back, and then he was back there for like 2 minutes, and they painted a widow's peak on his head because he came back out as a vampire to Gangrel's music. That's a quick paint job.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what else do you got?
Had Ronda Rousey versus Jade Cargill.
Yeah. After all the shit she's talked lately, she's going to come back for that money at WrestleMania 43.
Yeah.
Are you trying to book a bad match? There's no way that match goes well. How many months did they have to practice this match for Ronda to be happy?
What I was saying is that she's been saying like she didn't want to work with Alexa Bliss because that wasn't her size and whatever. So
that's not what she said.
What?
She said that she didn't understand why she had to work with Alexa because she's the top merch seller.
Yeah, but to me, I took it as she's small.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You didn't take it that way?
I guess, but like Ronda's not. She's like 5'4".
Yeah, but she's big and credible. You know?
She's
like,
what?
Big and credible.
Oh, I was like, big and credible. I was like, what the fuck is big and credible?
Well, yeah, that's her nickname.
Big and credible. Ronda Rousey. Just rolls off the tongue there.
I like that. You know what I've been hearing a lot of people on podcasts saying lately is that she didn't work out right the first time because they brought her in smiling.
I mean, that was dumb.
Yeah.
But she also was on record saying, like, Vince just said, always smile.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Like,
I told her she talked to me that day in AIW. Was like, and she said, my one question for you, because I was working with somebody on their entrance.
Yeah.
You know, going from like gorilla to in front of the people. And then she was like, what would you do? How would you present me? And then I told her, whatever you're doing in UFC is the most kick-ass shit. Her entrance in UFC was great.
Yeah.
So I was like, I would do that. And she goes, yeah, some people say that I should smile when I go out. And I was like, I don't think those people know what they're talking about.
If there's one thing I know about women, it's that when they love what a man says, you should smile more. That's what they love. It's really appealing to them, being told what to do and like how they should look. So, all right. So
well, anyway, I think that was Vince she was talking about.
Yeah.
So she had already been having some conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I was like, well, that's why I'm where I'm at and he's where he's at.
Right.
You know, because he debuted her. She smiled. She was over as hell for a few weeks. And then people got sick of her. They wanted that badass.
Who's winning this match with Jade Cargill?
Oh, let's go with Jade.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
She's going to stick around.
Right. Ronda's just there for the payday. Go back to the farm.
Since you booked a women's match,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you my women's match. We're booking Becky Lynch because we're trying to get these women on the show. Becky Lynch, Roxanne Perez,
yeah,
and she's been back for a while now.
Yeah,
she's been on TV in an alliance with Roxanne, Cora Jade, okay, and they are taking on the team of Liv Morgan. So that way she can come after Roxanne, right? Rhea Ripley and AJ Lee. Boom. AJ Lee, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. It's not a dream like fucking little dark goth tag team thing going on. And you get to fulfill Roxanne Perez's and Cora Jade's fantasy of wrestling AJ Lee, who they grew up watching and everything. And yeah, I think it appeases a lot of
chain wrestling is going to be amazing in that.
Okay.
Catch as catch can style. Yeah. A lot of Greco-Roman.
It'll be a fine match. Come on.
I'm okay with it.
What else you got?
Oh, okay. Call me crazy, but I wanna see CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Wow, that's a good
Right?
one.
No one would have thought of that. I just booked it right here, right now.
That's a big match. Well, I also booked CM Punk on my card,
Yeah.
but I booked CM Punk versus Bret Hart. And we have a little bit of outside interference to get
Yes.
the crowd going. A little bit of a screw job finish. Because what happens is Goldberg makes his return. And unfortunately, he goes for the spear.
Yeah.
Does not work out because for some reason, Bret felt like this might happen.
Yeah.
He's got a metal plate underneath. And so Goldberg is kind of knocked out for a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then all of a sudden, he goes out. Match continues. At some point, Punk gets Bret up for the GTS. Oh, shit. Bret slides down the back, pushes Punk. Punk falls to the outside, rolls out of the ring. He turns around. All of a sudden, Goldberg's back in. Kick to the head.
Oh.
Kick to the head of Bret. Punk comes back in. GTS, boom. 1, 2, 3. And Bret is never quite the same after this match. In fact, he's wondering if the money was worth coming back to only get kicked in the head by Goldberg again. Mind you, this wasn't planned, actually.
Okay.
Goldberg was supposed to be out after the spear.
Yeah.
He decided to go into business for himself and do that. So that's what happens in my match scenario.
Match.
Seems like Punk and Austin might be a better match, though. Who wins that one?
Sure. I have to go with Punk.
Wait, Austin's not doing more matches after this?
It depends. We got a SummerSlam?
I
SummerSlam Saudi?
I can't imagine how much money they're going to have to pay Austin just for him to get on the flight
That's what I thought.
to go to Saudi.
It's going to be so uncomfortable, but it's going to be so worth it.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked that, like, with the rumors that they're going to pay Rock more money. So that's going to be a problem, too. I want to point that out. With the rumors being that they're going to pay Rock, like, 50 times, like, whatever the most amount of money that a wrestler's ever gotten to be on the show, what's Austin going to say when he hears that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
guys don't got those favored nation contracts like Colin Nash did
right.
back in the day.
But what I'm saying is, like, Rock doesn't get that top spot and get the notoriety that he gets without Austin
right.
saving the fucking company in 97 and 98. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know
He would have been if it would have worked out where WCW won and WWF went under. Could you imagine? It would have been Prince Iakea on top.
Oh my God! Just is he
Instead
Prince
of,
Iakea or is he the artist?
Oh yeah, he might have been the artist.
I met him once. Do you know that?
No.
When I did one of my OVW tryouts back in the day, he was there because his kid had a tryout.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think it was me and Ryan Nemeth. We started marking out because we were like, hey, I think that's Prince Iakea. We're like, oh, should we go say hi to him? And we're like, yeah, let's go say hi to Prince Iakea. So yeah, it was a real thing that happened. All right, let's see what else I got on this card here. All right, I'm doing it because we didn't get it a couple years ago, and now I guess it's realistic again. And I know he'll get on a plane. We're doing Gunther versus Brock Lesnar on my show.
Oh.
Yeah, that's happening. That's a real match that we're doing, and then I'll give you one more, and then you can give me two of yours. I'm also doing Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho.
Oh.
Okay, and someone's returning to cost Seth the match. Who is it? A returning
Malenko?
Well, I was going to say Dean Ambrose.
Oh.
Returning Dean Ambrose. He decided to jump shift because they were like, listen, we'll just pay off Tony to get you out of your contract because we got all this Saudi money, and then we'll give you some extra Saudi money, and you can come do this run-in to set up a feud with Seth Rollins long term.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So Jericho's going to beat Seth Rollins, by the way. So
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that, but
No, I'm okay with it.
yeah.
Yeah. I got Hornswoggle versus Travis Scott. That on there.
What? Why? How did this even happen?
Nostalgia.
For what?
For Hornswoggle, and then Travis Scott is. They invested a lot of money into him. He says he's been training hard at the facility.
How many times have we seen him since he helped John
He
Cena?
returns in Saudi.
This is where he returns.
Yeah. He come back. I had to go find myself.
Okay.
He's Sheik Travis.
He lost a smile
Sheik Scott.
after the whole championship debacle with Cena, but also he got in his own mind, started thinking about that concert that he had where like all those people died, and he's like, you know what, I feel bad about that all of a sudden. And you know what, we're talking a lot about death on the show right now, and I don't know how comfortable I feel. Let's see.
Hey, I got Mr. Iguana versus Benjamin Boone.
Why?
Well, it's all been built up.
They finally signed Ben?
Yeah, Ben prevents Mr. Iguana from using the iguana at one point.
So he's a security guard?
Yeah, Ben's a security guard extra, right? And Mr. Iguana turns around and he clobbers Ben, and Ben's like, I'm not going to take it anymore.
Okay.
And he rips his shirt off, and that builds into the program until WrestleMania Saudi. Think Boone would take that blood money?
Yeah.
Blood money Boone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Actually, I'm going to see him, what's that, in a couple weeks here, because he's having surgery on September 29th, Ben Boone is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing?
I was looking at this booking.
You're laughing like the people at my job when I was asking them about September 11th. And I was like, why are you guys laughing? Like, I'm just asking you what you're doing on 9/11. And he's having some sort of, like, I think anus surgery of some sort. Don't remember what it is exactly. Or no, I'm sorry. It's for his finger. It's for his finger. I got it confused. But yeah. Our thoughts and prayers are with Ben Boone. But, so I also booked...
like the same thing I had when I had like 3 of them that one week.
He broke his finger a few years ago while working
yeah,
at WWE.
so it really is his finger.
Yeah, and
I thought
WWE's
you were
taking care
trying
of his
to-
finger, yeah.
Oh.
I'm booking AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan. So we're bringing Bryan back.
Yeah,
and,
see, I was going to bring him back a
And
team with the Bella.
Okay, AJ was already gone, but they're like, nah, come back for one more match. And he's like, all right, I guess I will. Let me tell my kids, AJ. And, hey, AJ, come here for a second. Yo, Papa's going to go to Saudi Arabia and make a few more bucks. All right. And then one of his kids, AJ, they said, hey, by the way, Dad, I'm on the phone right now. My friends wants to know, what do you think of how much the gay community enjoys you? And he goes, the gay community? And then I also booked Uncle Howdy.
Oh.
Yes, we're booking Uncle Howdy in a match. He's not just sitting in his chair, and he's wrestling. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Coming out of retirement and putting on the gear one more time, Uncle Howdy versus Kane. So that should be a hell of a match, and it'll be mask versus mask.
Thank you.
Yeah. So and then Kane has to take his mask off.
No, thank you. But he already knocked it off in the middle of the match.
Yeah, you just can't get that. Why? His mask never fell off.
He was in Inferno matches, Hell in a Cell matches.
It never fell off. And then, like, it was like some cosmic thing in the universe was just like, you know what? This is the worst fucking match in the history of the company. How do we make this worse? Let's make fucking Kane's mask fall off. Like, just why not? But yeah, we take off Kane's mask. It's like when they did Kane versus Vader, mask versus mask for some reason. Then Vader had to take his mask off, and people were just like, who fucking cares?
Yeah, right.
He's taking his own mask off a bunch of times, and you can basically see what he looks like anyway.
Yeah,
It's like,
he takes it off after he gets hit. Like it's within the first 3 minutes of the match.
So we're doing Uncle Howdy versus Kane in a mask versus mask. What else you got?
Fuck, man, I don't even want to book anything else. 'Cause I've been having fun with this. All right, I threw this one together. I have a reunion of the Rhodes family.
Okay.
Dustin Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, and Jelly Rhodes. The 6-man tag.
Wait, Jelly Roll is gonna be in polka dots?
Six-man tag action against the Usos and Quiche, Big Quiche.
Okay. Kind of a waste of Cody, but all right. At WrestleMania, no less. Jesus Christ.
Well, I think you could see my level of how much I care about this show. Let's just get everybody on there and paid, you know?
Who's winning?
I'd have to say the Rhodeses.
Who's getting the pin?
Jelly Roll on Kishi.
Okay. All right. Oh, he's not beating Jay?
Oh, yeah, that's what we should do, yeah.
I
Complain about it on his podcast next week.
booked a 4-way for one of the women's championships. I don't know. Stephanie Vakira versus Tiffany versus Bailey versus Candice LeRae. A little bit of a serious women's match, and I think it could be interesting because Candice and Bailey have a lot of history going back to their days living in the Bay together, the Bay Area.
Right.
And I also booked.
Wait, who'd you book to win?
I'm gonna put my friend Candice over.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's gonna be 40 soon. She's gonna be 40. So by that,
I don't appreciate you telling every damn.
I don't care. She looks great for 40. She's not 40 yet, but she'll be 40 in a couple weeks. She'll be 42 at that point at WrestleMania 43.
Great. Not she looks great for 40. You don't say that to a woman.
You know what?
Look great.
She should smile more, though. I got to say that. And I booked, all right, Gauntlet Tag Team Championship match, okay? Lucha Brothers versus New Day versus Street Profits versus Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY versus, are you ready for this returning tag team duo exclusively to Saudi Arabia? The Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. That's right. That's right. They paid the big bucks to get Marty, who could barely walk, and Shawn Michaels, who, you know, he already regretted his last return to Saudi, but at this point he's like, you know what? I could put like the next 3 generations of children through college if I just do this match in Saudi. And so, yeah, I think it's going to be an epic moment when it comes down to DIY versus the Rockers. Yeah. And, of course, DIY does the job for Shawn and Marty. Marty does the rocker dropper, and he does not get back up. There's a lot of tragedy on the show.
Marty does it to who?
He's going to do it to Johnny.
Not to Johnny.
Why are you saying not to Johnny? No.
I like that guy.
Yeah, it's
What's wrong with you?
They're making a lot of these guys wrestle that just should not be in the ring, so it's not going to be good. Flair died. Marty is getting carted off on a stretcher from doing a rocker dropper.
I had DIY in a 6-man tag.
What are they doing?
Well, I got him in a 6-man tag, but the two of their main opponents are Kevin Owens and Randy Orton.
Okay.
They're going to put them back together because Kevin reveals that during his surgery and everything, the only person to ever call him or show up to the hospital was Randy.
Wow.
Even though they were feuding.
Wow.
So they get back together. They're going to feud with DIY, who makes fun of them.
DIY.
Why? DIY's tag team partner, Kenny Lofton.
You're just saying that to pop fucking Johnny. Why?
No. It goes along with the storyline.
Wait, they're flying Kenny Lofton from the Cleveland Indians to fucking Saudi Arabia? No one is... What? Why are they doing this?
Well, because turns out the whole time Kevin Owens and Randy Orton have been receiving managerial advice from Abe Knuckleball Schwartz.
Get out of here. This is horrible.
What? You're horrible. This is shit I want to see.
Well, I think what a lot of people are going to want to see on the show, because we're getting to the top of my card. All right, these are my top 4 matches, because I think you should probably be down to about 4.
Yeah, I got them right here.
Okay. We want to relive the classics, okay? So, last time, the Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys versus Edge and Christian in a ladder match in Saudi Arabia. So that's happening. So we got Edge and Christian back in the WWE. And you know what? Honestly, this is the one match where I think everybody is pretty much good to go in, except for maybe Devon. Devon maybe gets taken out a little early because I feel like Devon is not in great shape physically to be wrestling. Not that he's not in good shape in general, but I don't think that could be a bad match, honestly. And I'm going to give you another one of my top matches, and then I'll save my final 2. We're obviously going to do The Rock versus Roman Reigns. It's got to happen. We have to have Roman crowned officially, without question, not only the tribal chief, but I think at this point he becomes the final boss. You beat the final boss, you become the final boss.
So you're going to do it at that Mania.
43.
Yeah,
it's happening. After they paid The Rock 150. What?
I thought I had Fatu versus Roman.
Damn, Jacob's not even on my card. I gotta book him in a segment of some
Dude
sort.
called you Goose.
He did.
You didn't even put him over on your fantasy WrestleMania.
He'll accompany Rikishi to ringside for
Yeah,
the
there you
Umaga
go.
match. That's what I'm doing with him. All right, so what do you give me 2 of your 4?
You know what? I had the New Day versus Big E and Booker T.
This is one of your top matches?
The best match I have on the card. Because I still haven't even announced Johnny Knoxville's return to WWE yet.
Is this safe for Big E?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. The flight over there will be fine.
Okay, that's probably going to be the worst part, honestly.
Right? By the time he gets there, he's like, never mind. So then he's out and they have to call in McAfee from announcing. So it's New Day versus Booker T and Pat McAfee.
Okay, all right.
So, The Rock versus Ethan Page.
Okay, all right.
Just because I want to see it.
As a reminder, they
unlimited.
paid Rock like $150 million to be in this match.
You got put over the young guy.
All right. All right, I'm going to give you my top 2 matches.
Okay.
We want Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship. He's beat them all. But one guy he has not defeated. The American Nightmare has never defeated the American Badass, The Undertaker. Okay, so it's going to be Cody versus The Undertaker, but in their corners.
Yeah.
Because this is the time we're at in our lives here. Hologram Dusty Rhodes is in the corner of Cody, and hologram Paul Bearer is in the corner of The Undertaker. And again, it's what Saudi wants. Undertaker is beating Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Not putting over the young guy. Triple H tried to fight against it. The Undertaker with assistance from Paul Bearer in the urn. Undertaker's walking away with the WWE Championship. Again, as a reminder, he's American Badass Undertaker, so it's not. And we actually had the money in our budget for Kid Rock and Limp Bizkit. So Kid Rock plays him to the ring. Limp Bizkit plays him out after. Yeah. So
That makes a lot of sense.
that's how I'm doing that. And are you ready for my main event?
Yes, I think so.
We had to pay him just as much as we paid The Rock to get him just to get on the flight. In the main event, Stone Cold Steve Austin in a match that we never got to see. Austin versus Hogan. But again, no one had the heart to tell the Kingdom of Saudi that Hulk Hogan passed away in July of 2025. And so they made a call to legendary WCW jobber Randy Hogan. And so in the main event of WrestleMania 43, we're doing Randy Hogan versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in a match that does not go long. It is not long. Austin is not happy that he even agreed to this. He didn't think he was going to have any chemistry with the real Hulk Hogan. Yeah. He definitely does not want to work with Randy Hogan, but they offered him $200 million. So how could he say no? He squashes Randy Hogan in the main event of WrestleMania 43. Nice little beer bash after. All the Saudi people in the front row are celebrating and drinking beer. Close out WrestleMania with glass shattering. Not setting up anything for the night. I mean, there's no payoff to having this is the last match. I mean, there's nothing happening long term except for, someone paid these people $400 billion to run a show. So
Randy Hogan comes back the next night and says, well, The Rock gave me this egg.
A golden egg?
Yeah, it's a golden egg while we were in Saudi.
Christ. What's your main event?
Oh.
Your last 2 matches, right?
Oh, yeah. Kurt Angle returns to WWE and faces Chad Gable.
Oh, shit. I forgot that match. I put El Grande Americano versus Kurt Angle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So. Wow. Okay, so
what if you did Gable and Angle against 2 El Grande Americanos?
I'm into that.
Yeah.
Or you could do Team Gable versus Team Angle.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know how. I think Charlie Haas does a lot of crack now or something. So
No, really?
I think he's pretty bad off. Yeah.
That's
Shelton's still good though.
Yeah, he looks great right now.
Yeah, looking better than ever.
His contract.
Yeah. Okay, so you're doing that.
I have Tamina Snuka.
Wait, what is your main event?
Well, that's the main.
What?
I had Dominic and Rey Mysterio against Penta and Phoenix in a 4-way. But
What? Why?
We're 2 years in the future.
The dramatic return of Paige, or she's been with them.
Maybe I'll hold off.
What? What are you holding off for?
She's always been over huge with the Saudis. It's like a second home tour.
What if you find out that the Saudis are way into WCW mid-90s pay-per-views, and they're like, that Johnny B. Bad always kicked off those pay-per-views. I'm a big fan of Fall Brawl, and they once did Steve Regal versus Johnny B. Bad. Can we do that on our show? Would you book that for them?
As long as Sir William was there.
I'm sure that could be... Honestly, I don't think Mark Merrill could probably go like he did then.
We could put him on the WrestleMania show.
I can see... Honestly, hold on. I could see Johnny B. Bad and William Regal doing like a good chain wrestling match, and then like Mark Merrill busting out some shit you probably don't expect him to do at like 60-some years old. I don't think it would be a bad match. Honestly, I'm being completely serious. I think they could do a good job.
Well, they're both still in good shape.
Yeah.
Or good enough shape.
Yeah.
I personally, as much as I love William Regal, I'd like to see Johnny B. Bad versus Brock Lesnar.
Any particular reason?
Sable on a pole match.
Boy. Well, this has been an interesting card. I feel like you didn't structure your build properly and give me your true main event.
We don't know how it's going to be. In 2 years, I'm telling you, this is going to be the greatest feud you've ever seen.
I'm ending my show with Austin and Hogan. How do you top that?
With Ray Phoenix and Sato Miedo hold up the tag team belts.
My name's Aaron.
The Intercontinental Tag Team
I
belts.
like work rate.
Oh my God, it's the finals of the first ever men's WWE Intercontinental Tag Team Champion.
At WrestleMania. You think Vince would book that?
Vince? He's not booking.
I know, but you think Vince would have booked that?
No.
Anyways, what do you guys think of these cards? Who had the better WrestleMania 43 Saudi card?
Oh, you know who I'd have sing the national anthem? Shiny Snorlax.
Make sure you just say that I had the better card in the mentions below on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Iron on Wrestling. Make sure you subscribe to the Iron on Wrestling YouTube channel. We uploaded a bunch of new stuff this past week on there that I think you're really going to like. And follow me on social media. You can find me at Gregory Iron on X, at Gregory_Iron on Instagram, Facebook.com/thehandicappedhero. Go to my website, handicappedhero.com. You can book me for pro wrestling seminars, motivational speaking engagements, and, probably some other stuff too. Just send me a message and we'll work some stuff out. And then, of course, on my website, you can find my Cameo. I can give you a shout out. Go to my Pro Wrestling Tees store through my website, prowrestlingtees.com/Gregory Iron for my shirts, Aaron shirts, Iron on Wrestling shirts. Aaron, that's all I got. What do you want to plug?
Meow at meow.com.
I'm getting a little frisky here.
Yeah. I'm at Fair to Air on X and at Fair to Aaron on Instagram.
All right. Unless you cannot wait until next week and you want to listen to some stuff on Patreon, go to patreon.com/Iron Wrestling. If not, if you're a cheapskate, guess we'll see you next week for episode 311. I wonder what I'm going to say for the 311 podcast next week. Am I going to reference the band?
Amber is your
color of my energy.
Yeah, that's it.
Guess goodbye.
It's the only thing I know.